HobbySportsTV.com, BJ Griffin checking in. First thing, I'm trying to get a little more active on Twitter, so you guys make sure to follow me on Twitter. You'll get the winners of the different events a lot earlier, and a lot of different site updates and stuff I put there, and just my different opinions on sports, and get a small glimpse into my life. But just saying that, let's get into the winner NFL Week 7, Joey 420. Congratulations, hand clap for him. As much as Joey wins, I want to say this is actually his first NFL week win, so congratulations to him for that. But even if it is his first NFL week win, he's actually number 2 on the NFL ranking, so he's always up there. He's the number 1 overall leader, he's the MMA leader, and he's number 2 in the NFL. So he's beasting out there. He's beasting. So you guys want to compete with him, sign up for HobbySportsTV.com and try your luck. Cause I'm not there yet. So let's get into these NFL Week 8 predictions. A lot of good stuff happening in NFL Week 7. Expect this week to be a good week. First game, New Orleans Saints at the St. Louis Rams. Now Mark Ingram's going to be out for this game, but they still have 2 solid backs in Darren Sproles and Pierre Thomas. And folks are saying that Darren Sproles should start the game, and I can't argue with that, because as small as he is, he's very durable and he can do everything you need for him to do. He's very fast. Now the St. Louis Rams let DeMarco Murray, for the Dallas Cowboys run all over them, set a Dallas Cowboy record, 253 rush yards. That is an obscene amount of rush yards, and with St. Louis Rams giving up rush yards like that and the New Orleans Saints having running backs like they do, I gotta take the New Orleans Saints to win that game. We don't even have to talk about Drew Brees and that excellent pass game. We're just gonna keep it right there. Next game, Jacksonville Jaguars at the Houston Texans. Now, I was very, very proud of the Jacksonville Jaguars for what they did against the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore Ravens, not an easy team to beat, but they did, and Jacksonville Jags really did it with their defense. So big win over the Ravens for them. And while they did have that big win over the Ravens, I still got to take the Houston Texans to win this game at home. Houston Texans, just a lot more explosiveness on offense, more playmakers on defense. I got to take the Houston Texans. Next game, Miami Dolphins at the New York Giants. Now, the Miami Dolphins gave up that 15-point fourth quarter lead with about 4 minutes left to Tim Tebow and the Broncos, and I can't pick them solely for that reason. I got to go with the New York Giants. Giants at home here. I'm gonna take them with that game. Next game, Arizona Cardinals at the Baltimore Ravens. Cardinals not too impressive to me. Beanie Wells out. I gotta take the Baltimore Ravens to bounce back off of that Jags loss. Next game, Indianapolis Colts at the Tennessee Titans. Indianapolis Colts losing by darn near record-setting numbers. I gotta take the other team, and I'm gonna take the Tennessee Titans. Next game, Minnesota Vikings at the Carolina Panthers. This should be a pretty good game. Christian Ponder looks pretty good. His first start over Donovan McNabb, he's looking very good. He's a beast. And Cam Newton, he's a spectacular quarterback as well, as we all know. I mean, this should be a great display of rookie quarterback talent, and that's what both these teams have. Now, the Minnesota Vikings were able to hang in there with the Packers, which is very good, and a lot of that can be attributed to their fantastic run game with Adrian Peterson. Carolina wants to win the game. They're going to have to stop the run, and why I think Carolina will lose this game is because Carolina has an inconsistent run game themselves. If they had a little more balance on offense, they could really help out Cam Newton, and they could start beating some good teams. This should be a close game. Cam Newton, I got to talk about his little rushing play, because he juked like 3 or 4 different guys and ran for that first down, but just to have the run play after it, have him try that Superman move and then get stuck out of bounds. So I mean, he's got to stop doing that. But if of course, if Cam Newton can not get injured during the game doing stuff like that and all that, it should be a very close game. I will take the Minnesota Vikings to win that game in a close one. Next game, the Detroit Lions at the Denver Broncos. Now, while Tim Tebow, we got to have the Tebow talk after his comeback win over the Minnesota Vikings, that overtime win. Now, Tim Tebow, while he is not the most technically sound passer, not the most accurate passer, doesn't have the best skill set as a quarterback. He makes plays. I mean, he's very good at escaping the pocket. He can run the ball for you. He's a big guy, and Tim Tebow. If he doesn't do anything else, he knows how to win. He has the drive to lead his team to victories, and that's what he did against Miami. Now against Detroit, that's going to be a little bit harder because they have way more explosive players on their offense, and they have some big, intimidating dudes on defense. And Tim Tebow, I don't know if Tebow can pull off what he did against Miami against the Detroit Lions. I mean, Miami, they haven't won a game, and they are not the same team as the Lions. Now, the Lions aren't the hottest team right now. They lost 2 in a row. And so the Denver Broncos, they have a chance. Any team has a chance going in, but I got to take the Detroit Lions to beat the Denver Broncos in this game. But it's Tim Tebow's story, interesting story. We're gonna have to see what happens with this guy as the season goes on. Next game, Washington Redskins at the Buffalo Bills. Redskins, of course, the quarterback change with John Beck. Neither him or Rex Grossman are too impressive. And they're playing the Buffalo Bills, who've looked pretty good thus far. Bills at home here, and they are a tough home team to play. I will take the Buffalo Bills to win that game over the Washington Redskins. Cincinnati Bengals at the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle Seahawks just letting Charlie Whitehurst get obliterated back there in the pocket, and I'm not impressed with the Seahawks at all. Seahawks at home here, they have a solid home field advantage, but I'm going to take Andy Dalton in those Cincinnati Bengals who have a solid defense and some decent players on offense. I'll take the Bengals to win the game over the Seattle Seahawks. Next game, New England Patriots at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Big matchup here. Pittsburgh at home. Both teams, great run games. Pittsburgh with Rashard Mendenhall. Patriots with Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis, and other guys. And Tom Brady, anytime he's on the field, you have a great chance to win the game. And I'm actually, to be honest with you, Pittsburgh looked pretty good against the Cardinals, and I know it's the St. Louis Cardinals and the Arizona Cardinals. I know it's the Cardinals, but I was really impressed with how they kept their cohesion with their offense, and they actually looked explosive offensively. The Pittsburgh Steelers did, and New England hasn't been the best stopping the run in the past. And Pittsburgh at home here, again, let me say that again. I'm gonna actually take the Pittsburgh Steelers to win an upset here over the New England Patriots. So should be an interesting game. Next game, Cleveland Browns at the San Francisco 49ers. Again, Cleveland Browns, another team I'm not overly impressed with. Why they're not playing Peyton Hillis, I don't know. Whether I want to say he has some kind of hamstring injury or something, but I don't. Somebody let me know what's going on with that situation, but they need to put him back on the field. 49ers look pretty good in their win over the Lions, and they're looking like one of those kind of underrated teams, not the most publicized teams that are really looking good. And they're at home here. I'm going to take the San Francisco 49ers to win the game. Next game, Dallas Cowboys at the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, what did the Dallas Cowboys just get done doing? They just got done running the ball all over another team that doesn't have the best run stopping ability. And the Philadelphia Eagles, they don't stop the run very well. Young linebackers, safeties don't want to hit nobody either. I'm going to take the Dallas Cowboys to win that game. Dallas Cowboys, so much explosiveness on offense. When even without the run game, their receivers are just great. And I know Philly has those corners, and that's about all they have. Their defensive scheme and what they got going with their new defensive coordinator. I mean, it's just you can't expect to go in with a whole new system and have everything just click, especially when you don't bring in the right players. You draft all these corners, but you got nobody to hit nobody. You got no linebackers or safeties. So I don't understand that. I got to take the Dallas Cowboys to win this game. Monday Night Football, San Diego Chargers at the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, this is a divisional game, so it could very well be a close game. Kansas City Chiefs' big win over the Raiders, over a hurting Raiders team after they lost Jason Campbell. And I feel bad for the Raiders for losing him because they were rolling until that happened. Now they have these quarterback issues, and kind of sucks for them. On top of that, Darren McFadden did sustain an injury before the last game, so not good there. Although Michael Bush is a solid backup. We're not gonna get into the Raiders. San Diego Chargers losing to the Jets last week. Kind of tough that they lost that game. San Diego Chargers, great run game. Phillip Rivers is a very, very good quarterback, top 5 quarterback in the league. I'm going to take San Diego Chargers to win this game over the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't think the Chiefs are going to be able to handle what the Chargers have to offer them offensively with the run game and the pass game. That's it for NFL Week 8 picks. Make sure to follow me on Twitter for site updates and just what's going on. Make sure to sign up for IBSportsTV.com. Here's what you do in this order. Sign up for IBSportsTV.com, then follow me on Twitter and you'll get the full experience. I promise the game is a whole lot of fun. So do those two things. Subscribe on YouTube. It's IBSportsTV.com. I'm BJ Griffin. Until next time.